Alright, so I've been getting a few questions since I've been showing these express rifles, safari rifles, elephant guns, whatever you want to call them. And the biggest question I get is on these double barrel rifles, why it's so hard to regulate the barrels, why can't you just set them up where they both shoot to the same point indefinitely. And I'm not good at explaining this stuff, but I'm going to do the best I can to explain this to you. Here we have my 458 lot. When you look down the sights of this barrel is, with this ruler, it's in line with the stock. So if I put this up against here, roughly like that, you can see that the stock, the ruler, is in line with the stock. So when you shoot, the pressure's all going straight back like this, and then of course up, because if you look at the center line of the barrel, it's higher than the back of the buttstock. I don't know how to explain physics or nothing, but basically when you fire, because down here's where your shoulder's at, the barrel is higher, it wants to, like a lever, come up, and it pretty much stays in line because the barrel is in line with the stock all the way down. With a double barrel rifle like this center rib is your center line going down. Well, that means that the right and left barrels are on each side of your stock. So now, when you're holding it like this, your barrels are above where your shoulder goes here. So you don't have just the leverage of the recoil going up like that, because the barrels are on each side of the center line. When you shoot the right barrel not only wants to come up, but it also wants to go to the right. When you shoot the left barrel, it wants to come up and then it wants to go back to the left. And I'm moving it like this and this way more than it actually does, but I'm just trying to do it as a, to demonstrate. So on this gun, if I go from shooting 350 grain bullets to say 500 grain bullets, it's going to change my point of entry at say 100 yards. It's going to change my point of impact either higher or lower if I don't adjust the sights. On this, because the barrels are off the center line, now let's say I have this sighted in for 350 or 500 grain bullets. Now I don't only have high or low that it's going to be off. The 350 grain is going to move it to the right or left less. So that's going to change your point of impact down on the target. That's why on these double barrel rifles, when you regulate the barrels, like this one was regulated for 500 grain load when I first built it, because I was doing nothing but hand loads. Well, Hornady, when I shot the Hornady DGX, dangerous game loads out of this, the solids, they're 480 grain. Now that 20 grain, I really didn't notice much of an impact on, difference on this with this gun. But if I shot a 300 grain or a 350 grain, which I never have and I should try sometime, I'll bet you there would be considerably more noticeable difference in where the impact is. So hopefully that explained why double barrel rifles are so expensive to build. For one thing, Holland and all them, they hand make everything, hand fit everything, like I did on this. But the time consuming part is, this one here didn't go too bad. I mean, I think it took me over 60, but no more than 100 rounds to get these barrels regulated. On my 416 Taylor, that one I got lucky, and I think I had the barrels regulated in, I know it was less than 20 rounds. I want to say less than 10 rounds. I just got lucky on it. The 416 Taylor, now that I'm going to ream it out to 416 Rigby, I may have to completely split the ribs, everything on that, and re-regulate them barrels. I'm hoping not, but there's a very good chance. But anyway, hopefully that explains why it's so difficult to regulate the barrels on these, because the barrels are not on the center line. They're literally off center, right or left. So you're not just dealing with the rise and recoil, you're also dealing with a recoil going to the right or to the left as it's rising. So hopefully that explained it. Hope everybody has a great day.